These are things that I wish somebody told me before I got into hiking and camping, especially solo. Hi, my name is Bryn, and this is day 27 of Girls Gone Wilderness, the 30-day series where I help you gain confidence to step into the wilderness. Today I'm getting a little bit reflective and sharing the things that I wish someone had told me before I really got into like hiking and camping culture. This isn't really like about gear or trail etiquette. It's more about what happens like emotionally, mentally, and like practically when you get into this outdoorsy lifestyle. So the first is that like you'll always be learning. There is no finish line. I learn new things every single time I go on an adventure, and every time I meet someone new who also adventures. There's always a new skill, a new piece of gear, a new thing to up. It doesn't mean you're not outdoorsy enough. That's just the whole point. Learning about different things and learning about yourself. The next thing is that you will probably burn out if you start out as a peak bagger. You don't need to summit something every Saturday. It is really fun, but you'll probably like lose friends that don't like to do that sort of stuff when you're just literally in the mountains all the time. Which is fine if that's what you're into. Remember that nature can be big and epic and exhilarating, but it can also be soft, and you don't need to like summit a peak every single weekend to be outdoorsy. You can just chill by the lake or like go on a walk in nature, and that's still just as outdoorsy as climbing a mountain every weekend. Next is that you don't need the most expensive gear, you just need what works for you. I definitely was really lusting after like Arc'teryx brands and other similar things like that at the beginning, and I don't regret buying that stuff because obviously it's lasted me a super long time because it's really high quality, but at the same time I wish I hadn't thought that like it would make or break my experience, and that like other brands can do just as well as the really top ones. Another thing is that you will enjoy suffering. I didn't really think that I would enjoy suffering. I was never the David Goggins type of person until like 2 months ago. I do love my David Goggins. Okay, but I remember I was backpacking and it was a 5-day trip, and it rained like 3 of those days really hard, and I went to bed and my socks were wet. I didn't sleep with my socks on, and I got up in the morning and I put on my wet socks and my wet hiking boots, and I was so excited. I was thrilled. I was ecstatic to put on my soggy, cold, wet hiking boots and hiking socks to go hike for 20 kilometers with a 60-pound backpack. I was so excited to do that, to suffer. Why? I don't know, but it was fun. I love it. This lifestyle will change you if you let it. It'll change how you see your body, not for how it looks, but what it can do. It'll change how you connect with people. It'll change how you connect with nature. It'll teach you how to be with yourself in silence. And it'll remind you that there's always more to discover, like outside and within. And you don't need to get it all right before you begin. You just need to start and keep showing up. If you've learned something about yourself through hiking and camping, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about staying motivated to get outside even when you're super busy.